Uh, dun, dun, dun. I just never quite deal with this. So it has to be above ground. So like really high up in the sky. Hmm. Hmm.
We can break free. It's our destiny.
Drop your weapons!
Oh
The
yeah,
musket is
wind
my favorite weapon.
trace.
It's both powerful and threatening. Sometimes the latter trait is far more useful.
Got that one, so... Oh. Oh. Is it underneath here? It's actually never been down here. Oops. Actually, can I just... No, these can't be diving. Ah, the tiny little balls.
Quake! I will have order.
Growl, growl, growl!
show them. Right now. Right here.
Solidify!
Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Gather!
Right now. Shower me with
This may hurt a little.
Stabilize!
Emerge. Right here.
Mm. Night Traveler, I'm on your back. Yeah, back we are. Have you found anything new in the meantime? Mr. Caterpillar and I have been doing some research. Oh, and we discovered that C mode doesn't, in fact, have an annihilation mode. Following data fragmenting sorting, the phrase was found to have been derived from the novel Prisoner 6 Overrun. In that book, the World Organization launched a mass annihilation agent to hunt a chimera down. I mean, that stuff's not important at all. Apart from using our free time to go out and investigate, we also read through the books collected here one more time. I'm gonna make heads or tails of them at first, and even now, well, they certainly are well written. I don't know whose handwriting it is, or what scribe or copyist was hired, but the penmanship is clear and clearly beautiful. A master of calligraphy if I ever saw one. Wait, so we're talking about the handwriting? Palmer's got a bad feeling about Zora. Did you not find anything during this time then? Alright, sorry, I shan't jest any further. As you know, we told you all that we found the last time we're holding anything back. However, I fear that this time there are some clues hidden in details that we must rely on chance to reveal. Chance? We need for some of no further revelations concerning a murder emerged, then the blood on the painting will always remain in red smear. I need to pause. Alright, so we are back. Now, I think we have a good idea of what the murder is. But first, we need to find out what the murder is. Alright, so we are back. Now, I think we have a good idea of what the murder is. But first, we need to find out what the murder is. Alright, so we are back. Now, I think we have a good idea of what the murder is. But first, we need to find out what the murder is. Alright, so we are back. Now, I think we have a good idea of what the murder is. But first, we need to find out what the murder is. Alright, so we are back. Now, I think we have a good idea of what the murder is. But first, we need to find out what the murder is. Alright, so we are back. Now, I think we have a good idea of what the murder is. But first, we need to find out what the murder is. Alright, so we are back. Now, I think we have a good idea of what the murder is. But first, we need to find out what the murder is. Alright, so we are back. Now, I think we have a good idea of what the murder is. But first, we need to find out what the murder is. will always remain a red smear. Damn, what will this chance be, Caterpillar? Well, why don't we do a quick recap of everything we discovered? Let's make some deduction regarding what happened in the past that might give us the opportunity to fill in some gaps and can help us support or refuse our views. That's a good idea. I always felt like there's so much about this that's familiar, but I can't recall anything about it. Negative, I can give a continuous account of the resources that I've sorted. Yeah, sorry, Daddy, you only recover your creator's name after talking to us about the matter. Negative. I merely matched similar sounds during said interaction. There was no data lost involved. However, I must append that I too find that keyword searches make searching for entries more efficient. So what do I want to discuss? Oh, for a bit of warm-up or tease if you would. You may be referring to a heater. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. So let's solve our discussion with something simple. What is the Mary Ann in the Anapulsis exactly? Huh? Now Mary Ann holds the greatest secret of all. I'm sure I can see that too. Let's go ourselves some armchairs, maybe crack open a few beers. Oh wait, you can't drink yet. Anyway, let us help you sort our findings out. I'll start first. Well, the name Mary Ann itself certainly is familiar to me. The name of the person I was meant to protect is Mary Ann, yes, but I have no data regarding the identity of the one who resides within Anapulsis. Your missing context, I can only conclude based on a human's unmodified lifespan that they are not the same person. That will seem to be the case, sir. It's been a few hundred years after all. Well, that's what Paimon ate chicken mushroom skewers this morning. Well, guess it's my turn. You mentioned before that you encountered oceanic creatures that had a great deal of character. One might say personality, even. The pre-initiative of such creatures and the characters is the same. As an intelligent ocean, it has already understood the original forms beforehand. So, were you the one who willed those creatures into being, Anne? Don't you think that's kind of weird, you know, summoning familiar friends to play house with you for who knows how long and stuff? Well, I didn't do that. I should have to get to know Petito, Al, and the others first. Now, in that case, I see what I can deduce from the things we already know. Then let's begin. That's already starting. Anne said the name sounded familiar. I should ask her about it. It should come to mind. It seems like it's someone that he must protect. Either way, ordinary hill lifetime is 700 years old. Probably not the same person. About Anne. Anne is another show. The Oceanid Anne. Anne is far too weak to control the whole realm. Describe me the Oceanid behind it all. Marianne and Anne if I see famous. Oceanic sentient creatures unique to Fontaine. They can create oceanic creatures through mimicry and transmate. I remember all the strange and wonderful oceanic creatures saw before we met Ariane. There are oceanics in them. Maybe Osayo could create water creatures, but it's extraordinary to be able to manage creatures with rich personality. You're all certain that there's an oceanic in Anapulsis controlling everything. Who can she be? The enigmatic Marianne. Marianne has the same name as Seamo's owner. Seems to know everything. Maybe she's not oceanic, she probably relates to the oceanic behind all this. Not enough information. That's enough for now. More than enough for a while. The oddities in Anapulsis all points to the power of the oceanics. Well, this is not Miss Anne's doing. All of this together means there's another oceanid in Anapulsis. Now this one I suspect an oceanid with whom Mary Anne has a close relationship. Or perhaps it could even be the princess herself. You mean to say that Mary Anne may in fact be Princess Lyris? Yes, Lyris, the Red Emperor of the Narcissus and Cruz Order from back then. The Red Empress who loves to take heads. Take heads? I seem to have a vague recollection of something like that. Well, There's no story about Lyris, but it's a fairy tale about someone named Marianne. Yes, the taking head thing is just a metaphor. Lyris is made of pure water, and so has the ability to solve and attract people's wills. The Narcissan Cruz Ordo use her to extract the ego and become holy. Searching for the keyword Lyris has yield relevant information in my indices. Neat. Talking of the Red Empress has reminded me of a few things about Marianne. Neat. Mull that over a while first, and speak to Miss Anne and Seymour. See if the conclusion reached awakens any new memories. Let's go Seymour first. Shall I summarize the entries regarding Lyris are successful, you two? Alright. Omitting the standard citation format, reconstructing output to match format reported superiors. Lyris is a registered oceanid. She is not eligible to be stationed in the water outside Fontaine and has become a special source of information for the nation. She was appointed as the director of an orphanage to symbolize the love and affection of the previous Hydro Archon. The orphanage affairs were mainly managed by its human vice director. An orphanage director, then how is she connected to the Narcissan Cruz Order? As director, Lyris was very affectionate towards the children and quite devoted to them. But her intelligence among oceanids was below average. She wasn't very good at working out the cause and effect of things, nor could she even count. Naturally so, she was not qualified to perform covert investigations. Sounds kinda like a big old cat mom who can't count. You know, plus cats can't count, so they pick up the kittens one by one and keep going back until they see there aren't any kittens left. Later, the orphanage was destroyed during a calamity, and official records of her stopped there. They say she failed to understand the link between the disaster, the orphans fleeing, and her own conduits. Her own conduct. And so she wanders the ruins, drowning in guilt and expectation. I have an underwater locomotive module. Once Mary Ann and I dove down to the ruins of the orphanage, where coordinates were the same as those of Anaposis. There we found an oceanid swimming sadly in circles. When she next appeared in the record, she was a core member of the Narcissan Cruz Order and the subject of a high priority arrest warrant. No, but she doesn't seem like a bad person. Considering she may be connected to Anne, she must be tricked. Ah yes, there's another important piece of information worth noting. The orphanage name was the Narcissan Cruz Institute. Narcissan Cruz. These are all Marachuse Phantom files that Mr. Elaine Guillotine recorded for testing light sensitivity while designing me. The upload is via my image to text-to-speech module. According to eyewitness testimony regarding who I suspect to be Lyris, there shouldn't be any problem. And you may have heard of this elsewhere, but it's worth mentioning again. Elaine and Mary Ann were orphans in the care of Narcissus Institute before the Marachuse hunter, Emmanuel Guillotine, took them in. Thank you, Seymour. Don't mention it, noble madame. Let's go to our next Night Traveler. Remember the name Mary Ann? Oh, do tell. It's familiar to me because it's from a children's story, the same one that the Red Empress comes from. The female lead, Liddell, was mistaken for Marianne, a servant, and Marianne never appeared throughout the entire story. Maybe Marianne never really existed, except as a figment in someone's dreams. How do you know about this story, Anne? And isn't that a good question? How do I know about it? Memory feels more vivid than those I have of the story of the evil dragon Narcissus. That's a lot short. By the way, the end if he was... I hope my information helps. I don't know if it does. Alma feels like to change the losses in Man the Fortress of Meripede, Aspella. Would a 5-year-old child and a 15-year-old teenager be the same? Perhaps returning here simply remind me of the past and of who I used to be. Time is frozen in my fortress, being locked up there for a day or 100 years, I'm afraid makes no difference to me. And that is what made time flow for me. Watching it grow remind me that time still passes and life is still being born. Shining brilliantly and then being extinguished. And so I changed as well. That said, my past self, the person I was before I met her, would certainly be more helpful to Anne and Seymour in our current situation. That's true. Don't be like that, Paimon. Just think about it. Making up stories full of no was nothing more than putting such ways of thinking to good use. Regardless, it has nothing to do with current situation. You know I still have questions, Traveller. Since our own suspicion about Anne and Lyra's relationship, we have topics of discussion that we use to refute or sustain those conjectures. How the Oceanids reproduce? I'm sure you have friends more knowledgeable than I am regarding that. Perhaps you can even find scholars in natural philosophy who have dedicated research to the question. Or you could have asked the Oceanids you know personally, but you asked me. Of course I know what you mean, so this is just speculation. I see. I'm honest again. When we exchanged information earlier, Travel mentioned that Anne is the person in Mary's Anne's dream. Or perhaps she might be a manifestation made by Mary Ann, an Oceanid. Oceanid. Why the repetition? Are you just trying to make it sound cute? Apology, perhaps my description was ill done. Still, can an Oceanid create an Oceanid creature version of an Oceanid? Wow, that's like asking if hard candies can be used as the fill for another hard candy. So what would you say to that? Question really interesting. Pamel's already hungry for answers. I suppose I have to say, I suppose so. Still, you may not realize just how deep this rabbit hole goes, so let me explain. Do tell. You might be confused as to why there are oceanic creatures with personalities in their anaposis. If oceanids can create oceanic creatures, then can they create oceanic humans or oceanids? Convention dictates that it's rare for oceanids to be able to mimic a human unless the human drowns in their arms. Or the oceanid has spent extensive time with the person and knows everything about them. And the ocean in question must also have tremendous wisdom and compassion. I'm afraid perhaps only one as powerful as Rhodia could do it. Perhaps that means Edia must be incredibly strong. So it's rare to mimic humans, but not impossible. Now, creating another oceanid, that's different. Creating humans using human knowledge can only be achieved by gods. And the same applies to the oceanid creating oceanids. Usually should be impossible in this world at least. Unless this human and oceanid has already placed himself above their own kind in terms of such insanity. You mean they thought they had become a god? That's right. Followers blindly believe in the leaders, who in turn blindly believe in themselves, giving rise to delirium and delusions. I can do what a god can do. The deeds are not that great after all. Powerful belief is also a powerful will. A magic is skill that molds reality to your will. Perhaps the descendant hypothesis makes more sense. Perhaps, it's possible and quite understandable too. If nothing else, Lyris I know doesn't have this kind of intelligence, nor will she be this crazy. I have some less mainstream ideas about how Oceanid reproduce, but they're not important. I can discuss them later. Now let's reorganize the information I found this record. This might take quite some time, might be somewhat hard on our throats. Yeah, I'm ready. So regarding Elaine's younger sister, Marianne, the Anapulsis Marianne, the Red Empress Lyris, and the Anne who's with us. What will conclusion be? How will we sustain it, and how shall we refute it? Everyone gathers. Is there anything else you feel we should add? As I mentioned before, Marianne is not only the princess in Anne's story, but she's also the person I must protect. She's the younger sister of Alain Guillotine, the one who decided me. 4ACV07. As for matters concerning me, I suppose you already know all about them. Travel. Speaking of which, didn't we also hear all sorts of stuff while we were in Elness? Seymour was also damaged during that time. How did it go? Did you think of anything? About the damage Seymour and Elness. That's why Seymour was damaged inside Elness and immersed me taking care of him. To my shame, yes, though I do not have such emotions, you can see as me having lowered my assessments of myself. And according to Elness, the battle occurred within his body and ended quite terribly. Evidently, that was the battle that damaged you, and it was an incredibly fierce one, but considering that you were damaged, your master might be. Common sense dictates that the fate of Mary Ann Guillotine, sister of Elaine Guillotine, was most likely a grim one. But this was full tales of loyal knights who exchanged their lives for miracle. So you needn't grieve too much, Seymour. See, I'm here to have entered data fragments on mode out of pure shock. But your master, Mary Ann, was an ordinary human being, wasn't she? And the time that has passed since then far surpasses the lifespan of any human. Okay, so that means these mech knights have been around for a couple hundred years, right? So they've not really need to update the design at all. Yeah, they go. Did you think of anything? The Red Empress Lyris. She was an important figure in the Narcissan Crew's order, and she is also the other Oceanid involved in the tale apart from Miss Anne. One of only two Oceanids, and we must also agree that we believe that there must be an Oceanid behind Anaposis. But her traits don't match those of the Mary Ann we encountered. Could it be that Lyra's imagination was behind everything, even me? That's unlikely. Seymour mentioned that her intelligence was quite limited. So phantoms of this sort would be quite hard for her, similar to how an author struggled to write a character more intelligent than themselves. In fairy tale, the kids may dream of their living little masters, but I feel such things don't happen much in real life. So, who is behind all this, and who in the world is that Mary Ann? Where did it go? Did you think of anything else? The Oceanid Anne. Huh? What about me again? We once suspected that you might be the person that Mary Ann dreamed of. So, in your view, Mary Ann is the Oceanid behind the curtain, yes? I don't know. Well then, do you find the name Lyris familiar? She is, after all, the only Oceanid involved in this apart from yourself. You mean the title of the Red Empress? Then yes, I do have some impression of it. How'd it go? Did you think of anything? To Mary Ann in Anaposis. That makes our prime suspect then. To be honest, were you using the process of elimination? You actually already guessed this much long ago. I didn't want to disrespect Anne, though. You're right, but you do already have a version of the story in your heart. Your own interpretation, yes? If that's the case, then we should go find that Mary Ann and see for ourselves. Please permit me to change the topic for a moment. Does this mean that I shall no longer able to fulfill my orders to protect Mary Ann? You worked out this much and that's the only bit you care about? It may be true, from the moment we discovered that the Guillotine's siblings were from centuries ago, it was probably inevitable. Correction, so the conclusion would be that it was my incompetence that exposed Mary Ann to danger. Do not blame yourself, you have fought to the point of destruction, you have done your part. There's no need to be so pessimistic either, but that is an odd thing to say to a machine. Yes, like pouring fonts into a singer and saying, "Sing, you get fat if you keep drinking like this." Oh, 4ACV07. I can't believe you remember that. What is it, Mr. Caterpillar? I used my official destination. We may not have reached any conclusion, but we now know what to do next. No, there is a Mary Ann in our process too. And she also has close link to the Narcissan Crew's order. A long-term memory module confirms this. As such, there's no need to restore your logic modules without resetting yet. Let's take a step back. We can still go and find this Mary Ann. Thank you for your logical troubleshooting and emotional adaptive maintenance. I think what you said makes sense. It is not yet time to admit defeat and restore myself to my initial settings in order to take on a new mission. Yes, that's right, you silly dog. Ski. Let's leave things here for a while, then, once you're ready, we can continue. Why don't we go find this Mary Ann? Let's solve that mystery before tackling the All-Citizen Crew's order. Ah, the fairy tale water world. I gather that some things happen over there then? Oh, we just ran into immunity-related issues often due to night travelers' hydro resonance, that's all. Paimon feels like some extraordinary instinct awakened in you after you met Seymour Ann. Is it time to review responsibilities and apportion blame? I do not think I should be held accountable, for I can only override my protected prerogative in moments of great danger. Don't worry, Night Traveler, we'll make Mary Ann tell us everything this time. So, shall we go then? I forgot I've got this bar, doesn't have water anymore. We're back again. This time I must... Mary Ann. That's the spirit, Miss Out. In truth, I must confess to being somewhat jealous of you. You still hold out hope of covering your past. I've been searching for centuries, but I haven't found a thing. So, please do your best for this old caterpillar's past as well, alright? Figure your past out and come to accept your present self. Yep, I will. Dun, dun, dun. That's warning that I don't really need that from here. Bird. Time to walk into here again. Well, what are these guys doing here again? Wait, isn't that Owl's group? Oh, yes, it is us. And you are? Night Traveler and Paimon. It's really good to see you. So good I can't control myself anymore. Please dodge to the best of your ability. She asked us to send you a mission. Let me take out her handwriting letter with my hands, which are much like yours, yellow and white ones. I don't want to hear your stories. I prefer my version. Yeah, figured as much.
Final warning! Buckle up! Transfixed!
The bubble that was here before is gone too. Well, it's Princess Lyra's magic. That's just how the story goes. Let me think of a way. Close your eyes, everyone. A temporary optical sensor shutdown. Understood. They will be reactivated on your command. Mate, why do we have to do that? The essence of a mime is pretense, the charade that something is still here. Your belief is the heart of magic, the faith that there is meaning here, so let's close our eyes. So and begin imagining what it will look like if that bubble's still here. We close our eyes and feel some soft fluctuation. I prefer the story of the Gnosis and Crew's adventure team sitting down happily for tea time after the adventures ended. Wow, really appeared. The other called this step the process of imagining something in such detail. Imaging. Imaging. Let's go over and have a look. I haven't took too much damage, so... Alright, I forgot to... level you up. Oops. Let's see. It's funny that level up doesn't deactivate this. Actually, why is the stat line? Let's go pretty high. I still don't want to farm that domain yet anymore. Yeah? It's the entrance that disappeared this time. And you know how to make the portal, can you do your imaging thing on it? Alright, let me give it a try. You close your eyes and a lonesome silence come over you. But everyone's left. They won't come back no matter how long I wait. I can't, it seems. Wait, why? How are we supposed to see Marianne then? I suspect that this is because the portal has lost meaning, thus cannot be recreated. What you told me before, the entrance that was once placed here led to a story that had yet to be written. Now that she said everything she wanted to, the story no longer has any meaning. Marianne is rejecting an answer that is why the way in it. That's why the way in is shut. Does this mean we're going to return empty-handed? It does seem so. I want to say we're completely out of luck. You notice something we didn't then, Night Traveler? I heard something while Anne was imaging. I did hear something then, so can you hear too? Would that be Mary Ann's real thoughts? What did you two hear? Might be best not to discuss personal secrets here. The walls might have ears and all. Let's head back before talking about this. You have everyone's in the Gnosis and Cruise order. So, could you tell us what you heard? Perhaps the Helicho might hear something that humans know it will not, just as how dogs and humans differ in that regard. I must correct your statement. My auditory components can indeed pick up high and low frequencies compared to humans. However, I am not a dog. Moreover, a dog's low frequency hearing is similar to that of humans. Is that so? Well, I was talking about real dogs, not you. 4AC307. What does the AC fee stand for? Silly dog. That's it. I didn't think you would hear it too, Night Traveler. I wonder if we heard the same thing, but everyone's left. They won't come back no matter how long they wait. Looks like we heard the same thing, so said that this was the inner voice of Marianne. Is she saying anything else? I'm not trying to invade anyone's privacy or anything. Yeah, I just think that we're onto something here with you mentioning these words, Traveler. Let me think. After that, I also heard something like, I prefer the story of the Gnosis and Cruise adventure team sitting down happily for tea time after the adventure has ended. And then, I don't want to hear the story. I prefer my version. Have you noticed something off about this, Traveler? Please state your case. Let's think our own thoughts through first, perhaps we really might be able to come to some conclusion. Night Traveler, is there anything else you want to say? I'm just an oceanid who doesn't know anything, and I'm really bad at thinking. If you just told me a random story, I still believe it all, hook, line, and sinker. The world's too complicated after all. I'm not experienced enough to spot any holes. I wouldn't do that. Thank you. Night Traveler. I think that the Mary Ann and the process is the same as me. She might look smart, but she doesn't want to accept this complicated world, so she chose to protect herself with fairy tales. But even fairy tales must end. I am very sorry. I may be unable to offer any logical support this time. My listening equipment cannot hear inner voices. Don't worry, you've helped plenty already. Can you tell me your assessment? Is the Marianne Amniposis the person I am meant to protect or not? I think she is. I'm willing to believe your judgment, even if that means I have to update my data. According to my records, Marianne Guillotine never exhibited behavior waiting for orders to come back after the Narcissus Cruise industry was destroyed. I mean, she must have returned to the ruins after being adopted, living there for a while, but there's no possible time frame that meets these requirements. Logical error, data fragment sorting initiated. You don't seem to want to link the two of them together. Neither elimination nor enumeration is fair to Anne. What if it's a coincidence? I happen to agree. But I some other thoughts to share too, though they may have nothing to do with the next step in our reasoning. Are you willing to listen? I'm listening. Earlier we broached the topic of oceanid reproduction. It's a huge taboo for oceanids to mimic transform into one of their own kind, just as it is for humans to create humans. But you see, humans can create humans through love. Go, pursue eternity, not through mystery or love. What if by some chance this mysterious method of oceanid reproduction is accomplished through imagination and mimicry? Perhaps I regret or remorse give birth to a thought, and as I imagine the path that could have been taken, a new oceanid's born. Yeah, that's a very interesting idea. We'll never know. After all, it's a secret passed down amongst oceanids only. In any case, we'll begin once you're ready. Let's begin. And let's begin. You talk to Marianne who wrote a fairy tale without an ending. She refused our face, but she mentioned her memories of the Gnosis and Cruise Institute. It sounded like she was waiting for everyone to return to the Institute room. What Nasima was supposed to return. I'm not paying illness, we saw see what's damage on her dispute. Where is she and what is her relationship with Marianne? Remember the Cisco's order for several hundred years ago. Whereabouts afterwards are unknown. It's also the only other ocean involved then. The person once waited within the deserted ruins for ever return was Lyris, the former director. I don't know why I can't get this out of my head. This can't really be foreshadowing, can it? Mary Ann has Lyris memories. The only person who grew up in the Narcissistic Cruise Institute and has a matching background is Mary Ann Guillotine. Mary Ann has Mary Ann Guillotine's memories. Mary Ann is young. If so, then Mary Ann is Mary Ann Guillotine. They have the same name matching personality memories. If so, then Mary Ann is Lyris. Another piece of evidence we have is that they can both use ocean powers controlling the forces. The identities are contradicting. But how can she be both people at the same time? Lyris is... That means that Lyris and Oceanid probably have special powers. Oh yeah, solving the personality will. The job in the order was to dissolve the members' egos. What could have happened between her and the missing Mary Ann Guillotine? For some reason, Lyris dissolved Mary Ann Guillotine's personality. And afterwards, the worlds now mixed began to dream. They dream of simple will with the princess saved and the evil dragon gets killed. While the heroes are always pressing onward. They dreamed of a world where every Simba had ancestors as Anne was there. It was Anne and Mary Ann was born. He put the piece of the case that was floating over the Yao-Gay Sea back together. It's just an empty box now to being put together. We haven't finally figured out what the lost pearl should look like. And what are you trying to say, Caterpillar? Wait, don't give Pam any hints. She's gonna figure this out on her own. You piece together a good guess on the clues, but the truth is still improving. Of course, my speech analysis model has determined that Miss Paimon is correct. Yep, so in other words, we're saying we don't know. Actually, I meant that we may never know the truth, but I'm afraid we have no choice but to accept a conjecture. So, Night Traveler, what is this? Is this the secret of my birth? I'm afraid I can't accept something like this right away. I understand, Miss Anne. It's a shocking fact, it'll probably see you to accept yourself. I know, try to accept yourself again. But I don't think it should be that difficult to do so. After all, knowing your past does not require abandoning everything about the present. I do not understand the specific context of this discussion, but I would like to add that I do not believe I am different from how I was before suffering this damage. Even when you insist on addressing me as a silly doll, my identification number is still 4ACV07. Come on, it's not that serious. I promise Night Traveler that I will accept this conclusion as long as it's reasonable. Can I have a suggestion? One that will resolve Miss Anne's quandary and put a stop to Narcissus Crew's plans. Narcissus Cruise? Narcissus. Oh, Pam remembers now. You mentioned him before, Caterpillar. Just who is he, huh? Well, simply put, leader of the Narcissus Cruise Order. Well, sounds like it's got an impressive resume, but isn't the Narcissus Cruise Order always up to no good? Wouldn't that make him the nastiest of the lot? Of course, during my time as Master, Creator and the other Marichuse hunters, we devote most of our time to hunting the Order down. As I said before, the goal of the Ellenist operation was to capture or eliminate Narcissan crews as well. However, my memory does not contain any intelligence regarding his involvement. That's a given. Looking back at it now, he was merely using us as bait. And I wasn't the only one. It was the same with Jacob, Lyris, and many others in the Order. I'm afraid the Ellenist operation was probably never more than a red herring, with the goal of leading you and Guillotine away to buy more time to execute his real plans. Remember the doomsday clock I mentioned? Yeah. It's what the Order considered a countdown to the apocalypse, right? To be more precise, it's the apocalypse as calculated by the world formula. This planet itself should survive just fine, though. The beasts of the stars are drinking the amniotic fluid of the world dry. 100 years more and all surface life shall be wiped away. Once life on the surface wiped away, only that which is underwater will remain. Can a planet full of fish eventually rise up to the oceans of stars? The thought of all terrestrial life going extinct is pretty spooky, but when you say things like that, it does give things a romantic ring. It's the heading of a Yai published house novel from a few years back. The mayor brought it back to the village to learn how to paint. Oh, no wonder. Anyway, for myself and the others gathered here, through the Narcissan Crew's order is the source of all our troubles. Its objective and Narcissan Crew's great purpose are actually completely selfless. He only took the actions he did because he calculated coming the apocalypse. He wishes to save the world. So, is the world really on the verge of destruction? I believe this to be a pathological delusion caused by paranoia. Were the apocalypse real, would you be able to forgive Narcissan crews? No, it's a bit too early to consider such things. You have yet to understand what happened to you, Anne. And as for you, Seymour, your hostility is a result of your programming and duties imposed. I suppose we must find the Holy Blade of Narcissan crews. The Holy Blade of Narcissan crews? I'm talking about the real one, of course, as much as it may be quite strange to say that the ceremonious Sword of a Magic Society is real. Not only will it help us stop Narcissan Crew's plan, but its unique power may be able to undo the merging of wills. You should be able to separate Lyris and Marianne, and then Miss Anne, you can defeat the evil dragon Narcissus and rescue Princess Lyris. Regardless, let's get moving first. That's the spirit. It might take some time to explain, so let's move out first and I'll explain when we get there.
Just what will we come across this time?
Yeah, I still want to bring Traveler. Yeah. Shoot. Atmospheric visibility acceptable today. Enough that I can see another tower over there, yes? I passed it by earlier, actually. That building was once known to the Narcissan Crew's order as the Tower of Ipsimus, but we later called it the Tower of Gestalt. It was named for the idea that things that have been separated needed to be combined to display the original complete form. But I suppose I might be speaking in reverse. The heart was completed to begin with. And the mistake was to divide it up for separate study. I'm on the guy thing you just said. It's fine, don't worry about it. Play on words are also a trick that Mercedes organization enjoys pulling. No matter is what we must do next. Some of the vocabulary used is missing from a semantic indices, so I could not properly parse your meaning. I understood the last sentence, please tell me what I should do. While investigating alone, I found a map of the seal of simical marriage. You can say that I found 4 seals. Uh-huh. And this tower is one of the locations? That's not the place we need to go. That's it, though. Who can be sure? Perhaps our destinies will yet take us there in the future. Either way, we need to use the position of the tower to get the other 4 places. That's why I come here first. So what are those 4 seals for? That's how we discovered from experience that it's usually best practice to just break the seals and give our ringleader we find a good walloping. As for me, I like to restore the Holy Blade of Narcissus Cruise. Cool, a new weapon. It's more for ceremonial use, but it could be used as a weapon, I guess. Well, I suppose we could just also call it the answer. As I said before, the Narcissus Cruise Order once had a ceremony to remove the ego and will. The Holy Blade was used in that ritual. I remember something about that. If Iris and Mary Ann's will created Anne, and if the old me was placed in some Hilichurl's body, wait a minute, didn't we already find the Holy Blade of Narcissus Cruise? What? Really? Look. A wooden sword. It's a wooden sword we found during our adventures. Yes, so it is. Hey, what kind of reaction is that? Perhaps you can think of it like this. That's a wooden sword found in Narcissus Cruise Institute named the Holy Blade of Narcissus Cruise. That makes it more important than any ordinary wooden sword. Perhaps it might be of use when the time is right, just like the Holy Blade in the story. Really? You don't need to try to make us feel bad. Got it, let's go. The 4 zeros in total. If my hypothesis is correct, then they should be at these locations, respectively. These 4 locations, we've been to some of them before during our adventures. I see, did you find anything new? Can you describe your adventures, though? I see, this proves 2 things. First, my hypothesis is accurate. And the other? Secondly, the situation is grim. We need to get moving and see if we still have a chance to turn things around. This is taking much longer. That does look like the eye of a fish. I guess it might just be like might be like a little knob. Well, let's try an eye of a fish. Yeah. I already got this. I might have already got this actually. Surprise is the belly of the fish.
Is this an answer from this world?
No, I'll just have to walk towards it. I've got this before. I don't know if I'm gonna have Sage playing. Don't know if I wanna. I was like here before. With a tree?
A reward on the road.
Williams have no cosplay. Most of that frontier which she loves most and the name rude. She's a bingo, she's just. So I've done this one. I think I've done this one. Got this one. Got this one. I've got this one. Got Liam's ballad. Oh, I'm basically by theory. I know I don't have a Lawson's regrets. It's by the path.
Settle down.
Oh, was it the shelter? Hold on. Probably this, isn't it? Oh, I've already got it. Now, I guess it says. Alright, so they do tell you which ones you found. This looks familiar. Freeman's. The ship. Right, okay.
Water.
Think it's like here. Think. Is it here? Yeah, it might be the wrong one. No, it's the wrong one. So it's more like a pool. Should be this one. Right. No, I think I'm at the wrong place as well. How you doing here, Madam Below? Actually, I heard our no-good husband has a little spot around here, so I figured I'd drop by and check on him. But look what I found. He actually keeps a photo of him. Uncle Rocher cares deeply about you, Madame. Your other suspicions on you and Uncle Rocher is the sole voice of dissent. He alone assured us that you could never have committed a crime. We're wondering where he found the confidence to stand up to us. Probably used some of his last hour's masculinity he had in him. Oh, really? Yeah, and he didn't tell you that he lost your lock in the gambling? That's not true, I was merely too ashamed to tell the truth. Oh, I heard that story a long time ago, but I never believed it. Eh? My husband is many things. He may be timorous, somewhat cowardly, and a bit awkward, but he's also a salt-of-the-earth individual. He could be bamboozled, but he's no degenerate gambler. I didn't call him help because I was waiting for him to tell the truth, or... I didn't call him help because I was waiting for him to tell me the truth of his own accord. Wow, how nice of you. I wonder if we can find him right now. Just look over there. 100% certain he's hiding in that box. Huh? There's an old habit of his. Whenever I get into a tip, he go and hide in the nearest closet. You know, to think he did for, I didn't know. You want us to fetch him for you? You don't need to convenience yourself. Let's see how long you can hold out in there. Right, there's one of the things I could use our help with. If you ever run into Curve and Agent's title card, please tell them the following. I've tidied up a few of the rooms, so they're welcome here anytime. Of course, the House of Lombroso is also open to the two of you. But Traveler, alright, we get you, madame. Okay, then we'll get out of your hair. I does hope Uncle Rocher will come out soon. Have a nice day. Thank you, best wishes to you too. May you find the answers to all your questions. Shh. I'm a wreck, yes. Now, there's not the spot. Let's have another look. There's a rock. It's that one over there. Hmm.
Pay first, then take your drink.
Hmm.
I can keep drinking.
Dang, he just took it. Oh well. Hmm. About Penny. Don't we, John?
Finally done for the
Sell
day.
like hotcakes.
This drink's
I see.
not bad at all.
Hmm. No. Not if you heard. Hmm.
Have you heard the story about that customer?
You are. What's that messenger dude? Have him in? Really care about Susan? What did you do? What's up with Brack? Hmm. A book.
Okay, here's the deal.
This
Do
drink's
exactly as you're
not
instructed.
bad at all.
What's the secret? You're not asking me to find masters again, huh? Why do you want a fat name that can't name that? Hell with it. What part's missing? Well, what happened? That's a lot of work for you. That's one rusty rudder. 2. Maybe 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Guessing 6. Maybe 7.
Sorry about that customer over there.
Sell like hotcakes.
Font. What have you heard? Good wine. Don't know. I thought I saw 2 tables. I mean, unless you count that one.
Do exactly as you're instructed.
Good wine? Is it 2? 3?
Is this an answer from this world?
Four flames.
Stop right there!
Professional navigator here. I see. So that's the plan, huh?
Okay, here's the deal. Do exactly as you're instructed.
I literally have to. Hmm. I'm guessing it literally does quite mean.
Drop your weapons!
Pay first, then take your drink.
I can keep drinking.
Hey, guess what? You never believe what happened.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Ah, these don't count. Great. No, this might be another part of the room. Yeah, this is too sheltered. Yeah. Still, I should just for you to jump down. Um,
Time to get down to business. Laid bare. An impressive bounty.
this looks so diveable. Wait, why aren't you moving? And that would give me a Krabby.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Is this the one that I could only swim one way?
Transfixed!
That's too far away for that to be. Alright, it's the same. Bonfire ceremony. Why is that bonfire? This is just a room. Let's see what's written on the stone tablets. No, this place is the orphans of memory, the hall of memory, the room of memory. Born in instant, often contradicting. The company and eternal rest never separated. Riddles, huh? Ancient Fontanian civilization loved them. And then now citizen crews also enjoyed him too. I'm not sure if they were just into also, or if this was genuine interest. I've already tried keyword searches on all of them, I've found no answers. This riddle has already been solved, maybe it has something to do with the bonfire. Is there any point anything about riddles that have already been solved? Yes, there is. Just like you and I are both like this now. Well, we must still search out what happened in the past. You got a point. What do you think the answer is, Travel? Shadows? Yes, shadows. The infinite beam of light shines, the shadows born. You know the answer is only already opened the door, so what do we do now? We go inside now, of course, to race against time, see if we can find what we're looking for with the best of the riddle before us. Did I just miss this somehow, or could I have not done this before? That looks like a barricade. You don't have to keep showing it, do you? Hmm. You haven't spent time, but I don't find anything. There's nothing here either. What exactly are we looking for, Caterpillar? Looking for materials necessary to forge Holy Blade and Narcissus. The Order was able to produce the four prerequisite hypothetical substances in the material world, based on the esoteric philosophies of the Ground Kingdom ancient contain, and they understand. These enigmatic substances are purely experimental. You could say they are even further beyond ordinary logic and elemental power. Entered all introductory to intermediate level textbooks from academia Spanton mad. You remember, it's decades ago, there's nothing mysterious about elemental power. So any way sum up, is born of the confluence of traditions of Fontaine and technology from ancient Ground Kingdom. It was four times that came into being: memory, wish, soul, and persona. Without any ambiguity, let's call them the memory piece, wish piece, soul piece, and persona piece. No IDs used to make it Holy Blade. In the Narcissan, Cruise Order, brand of mystical philosophy, the Temple of the microcosm of the universe. The members are standing for the gods in the holy oil tempered willpower. The Holy Blade, on the other hand, is reason which cuts everything open. It can only be born out of consummate human will. Right, that's truth. Yeah, there's the tourist for you. If it looks similar enough, you can latch onto it. When this kind of thing becomes magic, fiction becomes reality. Anyway, we should make our way to the next area now. Please don't kick me out. Found one here. There it is.
Let's get it on! Laid bare. What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Is it always possible to do this? Has it always been a possible sensitive here? Maybe it was. Maybe I just never noticed it.
Ad Ast. Thank you for
Solidify! This is order.
Emerge, right now. Yoo-hoo! Committed to memory. Grill.
Gather! Order guide you.
Committed to memory. Right here, right now.
Okay, let's get started.